Hey guys, Bottom25 here, playing FSX once again. Today, we'll be flying a virtual EasyJet. We'll be flying an EasyJet A320 for virtual EasyJet from Jersey to London Southend. So let's go. No, wait, it's gonna. You know what those guys are talking. So EGJJ, EGMC. C01. Flight number. Give me a second to check that. Okay. Our flight number is let me get this. Easy 59 kilo Lima. Cost index 9. Cruise level is 20,000 feet. And then we're going to load the fuel. Load fuel. Load sheet. Okay, that's red. What? Hold on. Get that now. Load sheet. Okay, I guess we can do that. What does it say for block fuel? Yeah. Block fuel. Enter. So let's go for like around 8,000, I guess. Actually, you know what? No. Could I not turn that off? Okay, can I not just turn that off? Set up packs. We're going to set those for the moment. Yep. So packs 150. Cargo, what is it? Presumably it's going to be 3.75. So 3.75 and fuel 6.946. So let's just go with 8. Now if I load instant, there we go. Right, I have that set. The block is just going to be 8.0. And now go into return checklist. Cockpit prep.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Engine master.
Both off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
Parking brake.
Off.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
ECAM recall.
Checked.
Anti-skid.
On.
Emergency lights.
Checked and armed.
No smoking signs.
On.
Air condition.
Checked.
Ventilation panel.
Is checked.
Fuel pumps.
Set on.
Adheres.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
That means we'll be doing a bit of a fly on, but that's okay. I can I can just go direct to there, so that's... Wait a second, what? Hold on. Destination EGMC. Arrival. Let's go for ILS 24. Insert. There's definitely going to be a flight plan discontinuity here. Clear. Thing. Insert. Yep. Okay, so that solved that problem. Yeah, Virtual EasyJet might be doing a bit of pop-ups there. Yep, there we go then. So set altitude to 20,000. I will need to manually set the speed to 240 because this thing will just go straight. The autopilot itself will just go over the 250 knots below to below 10,000 feet. Alright, so now what do we want? Insert repeat. Perf. Turn load fuel. Actually, no, turn. You know what? I'm going to close the doors first. Front left, aft left, front cargo, aft cargo. Return. Now let's go. Load fuel.
Before start checklist.
Let's set that to
Windows
2.
and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
Slash. Up.
Set on.
1.0.
APU bleed.
There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly check which button is that? Let's actually see what it says there, so that's right. Flight control, that's it. Oh, core. What's it say here? Pitch trim 1.0 up, yep, that's got the pitch trim. So it had the APUs coming online, you can hear it. Pre-flight started, fuel quantity increased. Yep.
Set on.
External power.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
Set on.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set on.
Bearer reference.
Set.
Set 1017.
1017. Check. Beacon lights.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
Alright, which one will we be taking off? Outside. Selected runway 27, so we'll be going that. Then again, either way we need to be pushed back to the right. Yep. Start.
Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead, sir.
There we go, we're going from Jersey to Southend.
Roger.
Now let's wait for the ground to get ready for pushback.
The ground equipment and stairs are clear, all doors are closed. Steering pin is in position and we're ready when you are, Captain.
Start pushback.
Roger, sir. Please release your
Parking brakes released.
Start and push back. You can start both engines at your discretion, Captain.
Okay.
Starting engine 2.
Yep. I'm a bit impatient. You can see engine 2 spooling up there. Yeah, you can hear the virtual EasyJet people talking. No steering. That's no steering pin, I believe they refer to it as. Oh, there's that little plane that's here. Yeah, Jersey is not a big airport. I will give you that.
Engine 2 is stabilized.
Starting number 1.
As I will say, I am also a member of Virtual Ryanair, but the PMDG 737 has been giving me problems in ways of not being able to install the Ryanair livery, so well, maybe you might expect some later. You know, also the FMC is completely different, so that might cause some problems until I get used to it. So, push back, parking brake set.
And pushback is complete, Captain.
Parking
Please
brakes
set
are set.
your parking brakes. Okay then, Captain. Tow bar disconnected. You know steering pin is removed. All clear. Signal on the right. Have a good run, sir.
Now we wait. I swear I saw this. Yep, they did move. Okay.
After start checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Set.
APU bleed.
Set off.
APU master.
Set off.
Ground spoilers.
Set.
Rudder trim.
Checked 0.
Pitch trim.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Full left.
Full left.
Full right.
Full right.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Full up.
Full up.
Full down.
Full down.
Neutral.
Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Flaps 2.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
ECAM door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
See, I know what I have to do.
Taxiing checklist.
No flight.
Set on.
Brake check.
Pedal pressed. Checked 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
Max.
Takeoff day.
It's recommended that you keep your seatbelt fastened during the flight in case we experience turbulence.
Yeah, just ignore the virtual EasyJet
There are
person
several
talking there.
emergency exits
Whoa.
on this aircraft.
Whoa.
Please take a moment now to locate the nearest exit to you.
Yeah, I will not leave a
Exit may be behind you.
link to virtual EasyJet in the
aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you towards
in the description, because you can find. Wait, you just need to type in virtual EasyJet. So VAMSIS as well will work. And we're going to taxi here along
Oxygen and air pressure are consistently monitored.
along
In
this.
the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will fall in front of you from
So yeah,
the ceiling.
TB
Start the flow
Tango
of oxygen,
Bravo.
pull the mask towards you, and place it
I did a
firmly
flight
under
from
your mouth.
Luton to here
Secure the elastic
yesterday,
band
so
behind
that's
your
why we're
head
flying from here.
normally. Although
'Cause
the
that was my
mask
first
is not
virtual EasyJet
inflated,
flight, so this is my
oxygen flows
second.
through the mask.
For those of you who
Traveling
couldn't
with a
count.
child or someone who needs assistance, secure your own mask first, then assist the other
There
person.
we go.
Keep
Then
your
we'll
mask
turn
on
on and
until a
power
crew
up.
member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, use the brake
Flight
button
attendants.
Seats for
forward
departure,
to the
yada yada.
top of your head and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet
So this
are flat on
might,
the floor.
yeah, I think this might be a man toga takeoff, even with flaps too.
When instructed to
Yeah, I
do
believe we
so,
can just turn on
open the
here.
plastic pouch and remove the vest.
Do occasionally need to just tap the brakes to make sure you don't turn
Approaching
too much.
27.
Only when leaving the aircraft, inflate the vest by pulling firmly on the red cord.
Now we're going to line up.
To refill the vest, blow into the mouth.
On runway
Use the
27.
attract attention. Also, your seat bottom
Whoa.
cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the strap, and tuck the
Right.
electronic devices such as MP3 players, phones,
Take off.
may be used to keep yourself signed off.
Take off, go around.
Check.
Toga.
Mobile phones must be turned off at all times.
There, see?
This is a non-smoking flight. Remember that
Off we go to Southend.
You
You want V1 and VR to be close together.
100 knots.
Checked.
Beat 1. Rotate.
So technically we could have as before we reach V1, gear up, we could have a still. Let me just get
Autopilot on.
Gears up, lights off.
Okay, now we're going to actually slow down to 190 knots.
Flaps 1.
Speed
Flaps
check,
0.
flaps 1.
Climb thrust.
Speed check, flaps 0.
No, we can.
And the after takeoff checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
Flaps.
There we go, climbing out of Jersey. When we overtook the Skyhawk. Actually, no, they took off on they took off heading the right way.
Anti-ice.
Off.
TCAS.
Checked.
Altimeter.
1017.
1017. Check.
Correct.
Checklist complete.
To. It's not where that's checked. Yeah, that's what we want. We want to go straight there. Yep, climb to cruise level, that's what I'm doing. But yeah guys, I'm going to pause this video here and I will see you guys once we begin our approach into Southend. See you then. Okay guys, we're beginning our descent. Temp is 14 degrees.
Descent preparation
Fuel rate is
checklist.
1023.
Seatbelt signs.
Transition altitude I believe is 5,000.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Landing information.
Received.
Altimeter.
Standard.
Bearer radio.
Set.
Checklist complete.
We're going to descend to 12.
Initiating descent.
FMA check.
Radar tilt.
Set
Speed
below.
is going to be 240. Actually, no, yeah, 250. 240. Looking in here, and I'm trying to see when we will level off. It should show that. There. I'm just trying to figure out a good happy medium here. Checklist, once descent, I guess that's ongoing. As you can see, we haven't been flying for all that long, we've been flying for 25 minutes. And once again we'll do an auto land approach and then I'll take over just before the landing. Quickly close that. Once we level off there, we are going to descend down to 3,000 feet. We're going to descend down to 3,000 feet. Oh, yeah, I believe we can zoom in, actually. Right, so what we're going to do, it seems, is we're going to fly around the airport and come in. Like that. Yeah, that would be the actual active runway, I believe. Wait a second. No, what, That's a... Whoa, that's quite a change of flight plan. That creates a flight plan discontinuity. Oh yeah, so yeah, we have to do that change of plan there, so we're going to approach from this side. That makes more sense than having to go all the way around. I'm going to slow down, right at the center. Yeah, we should be there in 20 or so minutes. Right control. Yeah, I can indeed yaw the aircraft without it causing problems. Yep, descending. Yep, 386 knots, I'm presuming that's ground speed. That's not what the airspeed indicator said. Okay, so that's clear. Okay, I'm still, you know, learning this aircraft. Learning the controls and all. And all. Okay. Right, let's just go straight down to 2,000 feet. Yeah, that should do. If we level off there, yeah, that should be perfect, actually. Of course, I can't time accelerate or pause because VAMSIS doesn't allow that. You can see those are where the reversers are. EasyJet.com. There we go. Jump seat. Oh, okay, phew. Like, we might need to slow down before we reach 10,000 feet, and I realized I have slowed down. And once we pass 10,000, we're going to go, we'll just slow down to slower than 230 knots. And then extend the flaps, or start extending the flaps. Even though the first thing is only slat deployment. I'm just making that slight change to streamline the flight plan a bit. Like, something is in line. Like, that's what the word begins with. Yes, I'm trying to figure that out, what the actual word is, and then I figured it out, and then stuff. So as you can see, I don't think we've actually ever been flying over British soil yet, or mainland British soil anyway. We've only been flying close to it. And over there is France. This is a very short flight. So we had descending slowly so as to not bother. Okay, so this is the first option. The radio XWR panel, I'm presuming that's that. Second jump seat. Yeah, we have this that's not actually available. TCAS panel. Is that TCAS? Maybe. Flight deck view. So this is at the door, basically. This kind of gives you a basic overview of the flight deck. Jump seat view. Oh, whoa, whoa. Can I just... Yeah, so this is kind of if you want kind of a central view, which you probably wouldn't want. And there's the left side window, which is only slightly off from the captain. the right side window. See if you're landing view. Okay. This could come in handy for the landing. The TCAS upper overhead cockpit. Virtual cockpit. Yeah, we don't want, just a cockpit view. And hold on, let's just focus on this. Oh wait, this is landing view. We're not quite that far ahead. Jeez, what's with all these views, seriously? And then we'll be turning into London Southend. We're turning towards London. So. And also, as I have A318s and A319s as well, you might, as I said, you might see quite a few of these videos of virtual EasyJet, and if I get PMDG working, maybe a few virtual Ryanair flights as well. Of course, that thing's what's it called? That thing's FMC is different to this, and what I want to do is I want to familiarize myself with this aircraft until, I don't need the checklist. And then I can start trying to learn the PMDG 737. I think I'm fairly familiar with this aircraft, so I'll see if I can get Igor to teach me maybe write out a checklist for that aircraft as well. I have to just turn ILS on. Right, we're going to go direct to Tableau. Once again, just to streamline. Now we're going to slow. Oh, we don't. Yeah, we're going to slow down to 225. That's where we level off. That's fine. But also, we're slowing down, so that should, reduce the time until we level off. Yeah, I've learned how to do an ILS approach in this. Now listen, because we're about to pass below 10,000 feet, and only then will we drop the flaps. Just watch. And?
Passing 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet.
Lights up. Jeez, those really do pop out quickly. Right, flaps 1. Which is only the slats, really. I'll lose another 5 knots of speed. That is just to reduce the likelihood of overspeeding. I almost said overheating. Yeah, you can see flaps at the position 1. Let's see him. That lot. For those of you who aren't familiar with how virtual EasyJet and virtual Ryanair works, you've got these so-called smart cars. That's what that was that I brought up. It's a program that logs the flight. So it logs, okay, you turned the engine on here. And, you switched the thing. Oh. What happened there? I don't know. I think once we get close to 8,000 feet, I'll slow down once again. Just 40. Yeah, that's going to increase that. You want a perf, actually. What I want to know. Per speed is 138 knots. Yes. Look at those lights. More lights. Yeah, we can zoom in. That does mean we don't have the airport in view, but that should come into view shortly. Please note, I've never flown to Southend, FSX or real life. There are only 2 airports in the UK to which I have flown, and that is Birmingham and Gatwick. Alright, we're going to slow down to 195. slow her down. Just localizer on as well. That will automatically switch off once we set the whatchamacallit, the approach hold switch. Now get ready to set flaps to 2. Yeah, that's what I want. But I need to be very careful here to make sure we don't overspeed. Boom. Now losing that last 5 knots. There we go, you can see we're turning along the flight plan to Sandy. Oh, look at those flaps go, just slowly extending. What do they set up? They go straight out to 2. So for takeoff, for takeoff it's both flaps and slats that go out, but for landing it's only the slats for flaps 1. That 6,000 will be the next slowdown, which should take another 2 minutes or so. Let's check the air traffic around here. Air traffic, there's a 737-800, but it looks like descending into some airports. A CRJ, like, can't figure out what it's doing. An MD-80 that I believe is just cruising. A CRJ that is definitely without without descending. A Cherokee just doing, I'm presuming, a leisure flight. A Baron also doing a leisure flight. Skyhawk again, Cherokee. A Baron on the ground, a King Air. Skyhawk. A Skyhawk on approach somewhere. I will just say, please tell me this is not Southend. Well, that is London. I don't know. Maybe there's a Stansted, but I don't think Southend is completely different, in a completely different place. Ooh, hard landing. Hard landing. On Skyhawk. Yeah, there's the Dash 8 of that airport that I don't recognize anyways. Alright. Right. What was it? 185, yeah? So 180 knots. We're not losing that much speed here. The engine should go into idle shortly. Yep, see, they're idling that. And there you go, you can see there's it. Yeah. Whoa, that's quite a harsh turn there I made. Flaps 3. Yeah, you can see next is going to be 4,000 when we extend the flaps and the gear. What is our distance, by the way? We're 60 knots, 60 nautical miles out. That's good. Direct to Alkin. Well, I should cut off a bit of the steering here, which should save us, a bit of time. I know this is not what you would actually do, but this is just something I'm doing to... I'm pretty sure this... Now, some airlines like Ryanair would probably do this to kind of just slow down, to reduce the time to landing. Yeah, next is going to be below. Right, once we hit decel marker, that's when we're going to slow down to... Well, whenever this says, set approach speed. Well, we're approaching Transat, I believe. Oh, yeah, there's an aircraft up there. Can't tell which... I think... Whoa. Where are they? Yeah, there. I think that's actually going kind of the opposite direction to us.
Transition altitude.
Is that a QNH? No?
Barrow reference set and cross-checked. 1, 0, 2, 3.
1, 0, 2, 3. Checked.
Right now we're slowing down to 170 knots. And once we pass 170, full flaps and gear down. 52 miles out. That changed? Yeah, that just crept up 1 minute. Oh no. Extend the flaps. And then gear down. Tango Bravo. Of course, that's this aircraft. For those of you who don't know what that means. And there we go, those are down. Locked. The front bit closes up there. I'm not going to raise the gear again because that could affect the pirate. Whoa. What a shaky shake there. You know, we land power off the APU, well, we land park, shut down the engines, power off the APU, and everything should be nice and cushy, as some people say. Shimmy shimmy. I think we're experiencing a bit of turbulence here. Seriously, that was quite a bit of turbulence. Well, that is quite a bit of turbulence. Next is going to be approach and then final and then things. Yeah, you can see the vertical speed, you know, altering quite a bit. It's jumping up and down. Yeah, we're cutting corners again. Direct to ISO 81. There. Approach checklist starting 3.7 miles or
Approach checklist.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Slide.
Stowed.
Stowed. Cabin signs.
Checked.
Nav accuracy.
Checked.
Bearer reference.
Checked. 1, 0, 2, 3.
1, 0, 2, 3. Check.
2,500.
Check gear down, complete.
2,500.
let's see what's that VABP target.
2,500.
What is our approach speed actually? 138. Yeah, set flaps and landing. It is set to landing. Well, that's quite a drastic loss of speed there. Also, we're leveling off here.
Landing gear.
Down and locked. 3 greens.
Ground spoilers.
Checked and armed.
Auto brakes.
Medium.
Exterior lights.
On.
Go around altitude.
Checked.
Yeah, good
Landing
thing he
memo.
knows
Checked. No blue.
Checklist complete.
that. There we go. So we're going to stay at this altitude. What does it say for our arrival? Yeah, cut off that 1 minute. Yeah, this way we'll straighten up at ISO something or other, ISO 81 I believe, and turn on to UGMC, and then we'll do the approach, the approach hold switch, which is basically the auto land. However, just before we land, I'll take over and I'll do the final few feet of descent. Yeah, not sponsored by EasyJet. I wish I was sponsored by EasyJet, but I am not sponsored by EasyJet. Also, yeah, these people aren't following safety protocol. By this point, all window blinds should be up. At least a small, at least a crack open up. So, just even slightly opened. London is over there. You can see that bridge that we saw when we approached City with Learjet. See, there's actually quite a height difference. So, for example, look, between the front and the back. I know you guys won't be able to see this, but yeah, the bottom of the rear window is basically at the same height as basically here. So just below the door. That's the angle of attack we're at now. Because of course we need that angle of attack to provide enough lift. We just passed decel. However, we have already decel'd. So now we're on final. And landing checklist, I believe, will occur either just seconds before landing. Hey, is that Southend there? Yes, that is Southend. Yeah, we'll have to land in this view and pray that those things will actually properly open. Yeah, time to land. Yeah, time to land is another 6 minutes or so, roughly. I'm sorry for not having anything to say, but I don't really think there's anything to say. I can't. We're not flying in the middle of a city. There's no real landmarks around here. Those people are probably, regretting their decision of living in the flight, under the air corridor of, I almost said Stansted of Southend. We do have full flaps and everything. How far away are we actually? So plan. Oh, that changed then. Distance 16 nautical miles. 137. 1 knot. A single knot. Really? And then I'm presuming as we burn fuel we can come in slower. Shortly we'll turn up. Hold on. What is this? He's quickly gone to flight path for a moment. EGM CO6. Yeah, what's with these rests? What's the rest of these? I mean, well then again, as we get closer I can just turn on approach hold, so that shouldn't really be a problem, because I don't want to fly around and have to turn down and land on that runway. That's not a flight plan. Maybe it is, but that's not the flight plan I'm flying. So is this thing here, is that just for, to rest your hand while you're holding the joystick so your arm doesn't go numb in essence? As for example, if I were holding it like, if I'm holding my joystick, there's this whole droop of the arm, so if I had it supported or something. Is that what that's for? I do not know. Localizer should go live shortly, I believe. Yeah, you can see there is the runway. Southend is not that small of an airport, at least. Now, turn. Oh yeah, we can definitely zoom in further. Sure, how far away is this? 11. Yeah, sure, we can just go straight to the fully zoomed in. Then you can see the scanner. Yeah, you can see that going. It'll be, you know, progressing closer and closer towards the waypoint. I guess you could call it. I guess just call it. Not sure. Yep, Southend is to our right there. And we're about to turn to face to get aligned with the runway. Yeah, that altitude is... Well, I don't think that's actually the correct altitude. There we go, we're turning now. What that shows is the runway is off to our right. I figured out what that means. So it's relative to the runway. Coming in like that, the runway is here compared to the aircraft, I believe. What that's showing us.
Localizer alive.
Localizer live. Whoa, what the? Right, disable the localizer. I'll turn on ILS shortly. ILS approach hold shortly. Yeah, that does want to fly us around back to the airport. Okay, screw this approach hold on. Look, that's where the runway is. Wait, is it? Oh, this might be showing us relative to the runway. Yeah, that is quite harsh. However, it should straighten off. If it doesn't, I'll just take manual control. Yeah, it's straightening off here. Sorry about that, dear passengers. We are, yeah. Things are happening.
Localizer captured.
Yeah, well, you're not keeping it captured too well, mate. I think altitude is just staying here because I don't see the altitude diamond. Diamond's in shape, by the way. Well, this thing must be flying backwards and forward. Right.
Autopilot off.
Yeah, no, go up. No. Well, let's get lined up with the runway and get that localizer. Yeah, that's ILS 06. 06 is that heading. 60. Maybe now if I turn on ILS. Alright, no.
Autopilot on.
Will this have to be a manual landing? Approach. Yes, it will because we're too high. Autopilot. Don't worry about that. That's my problem. It's my aircraft. And we're coming in. We're a bit too high, so we're going to have to lose some altitude. We're going to have to lose a lot of altitude here. Yeah, you can see the poppies are showing us how we're doing. There we go. We're at the right altitude here.
One thousand.
1,000 feet, that means. Side step once again. There we go. Okay, we're too low.
Approaching 06.
Speed.
I can't tell if that was supposed to mean we're going too quickly or too slowly. What does TA stand for, by the way? It says TA only on the
500.
thing. 500. I believe the next call is going to be 100 above.
400.
Localizer captured. There we go, we're
300. 100 above.
100 above minimums.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
200.
Continue.
Yeah, we're coming in a bit too low here, but that's okay. Whoa, we're also off runways.
100. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Ground spoilers. Reverse screen.
Yeah, we drifted slightly off the runway. But there we go, we stopped. Now, stow reversers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the
And you've run right now, I'm going to tune Southend ground and request taxi to the gate. And also flaps up. Airbus Golf. I'm not even going to read it. That's the AP. Taxi gate Golf to a taxi rate B.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Ground spoilers.
Oh, mother. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm just going to go this way.
TCAS.
Checked standby.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
On.
Checklist complete.
Next is the parking checklist. So I want to see how fast the landing was in feet per minute. -3. Yeah, that's a hard landing. That is a very hard landing. Come on, man. Turn. Turn, you bloody plane. Plane face. I'm going to go there. And parking brake on, and then I'll power down the engines. There's no slew mode here. There's the thrust lever going to idle. Close enough. And there we go.
And the parking checklist.
So anyways guys, that
Parking brake and
was a flight from Jersey to London Southend with an EasyJet Airbus A320. I'm Boss 25. Goodbye.